I'm going to show you how to send secure requests through our portal. Let's go through the email dashboard and we'll focus on the two main sections: the send secure emails, which is just here up the top, and the virtual filing cabinet. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select compose email. When we do that, we're going to add a client in. We're going to add the subject line. We are going to select the third drop-down, which is secure email signature requests. We're going to send a message to the client. And we're going to now select the password hint for the client, which we've already done previously. In this case, because we've actually, in fact, sent an email prior, we can actually use this particular use last password check mark. And when we check that off, it will populate the person's password hint. Go to the bottom on the right-hand corner, you'll see that there allows you to add your PDFs directly into the program. By simply selecting the box, you'll click on it and we'll select our documents. So we'll select actually this particular document and we'll select another one. What our system will do next is when we click send, it will open up our preview box. Our preview box is specifically designed to allow you to add in your client inputs directly onto the documents. So we're going to zoom in on this particular document by simply clicking on the control button on your keypad, as well as using the scroll wheel on your mouse. So we're just going to bring that up. And you notice on line F, we're going to attach the signature. We can attach the document, the signatures or the inputs directly onto this document by selecting everything on the right-hand corner. We click signature, we simply add it in. In this case, we're going to need to add a date and timestamp, so we're simply going to click date stamp, move it over into the date category, and the same thing with timestamp, and move it there. Once that's done, one of the nice convenient things with which we have in our program is it allows you to save it as a new template. So if you do have additional documents to other clients of which you're sending out this document, you can populate this particular document by simply selecting Save as a Template, adding in the name of the document that you need to, and then hitting OK. What that'll do is it'll allow you to save it as a template, so this will always populate exactly the same way. And how you retrieve that document the second time is simply clicking Load Template. When you do that, you'll be able to select that particular template. Okay, so let's go up and we will save and send this particular document. Now that that document's being sent out, the system's now told me that I have another document of which I attached from my File Explorer. So we're going to open that up. Again, we're going to zoom in on the document, go to the bottom of the document below, and we're going to select the signature client input. When we do that, we're just going to click Sign here, add it to the document, save and send. Now the next steps that the system does is it's going to bring you back to the email dashboard. And you'll notice in the email dashboard that this is a signature request that was sent out. It was specifically, in this case, the T183 package. But the more important parts of this are the delivered status, as well as the blue eye showing up here, which I'll explain in just a moment. So let's go and see what your client actually sees. So what your client's going to receive in just a moment is a notification. Now, in this case, what your client hasn't done is they have not logged into our portal. They have not created any document or any folder whatsoever to be able to receive any documents from you. They're simply receiving an email. When the client actually receives the email from you, they simply click on it. They're going to open up the document. So let's just go down to the bottom. And the way that they do that is either to click View Email or be able to click on the direct link. So we'll do that. Now your customer just simply needs to accept the terms and conditions, put in their password hint, unlock, and there are the two documents right here. So we're going to go into the engagement letter. We're going to select that first, and we're going to sign it. So your client simply needs to go in. They can zoom in on this particular document, go to the bottom, click sign here. Now, we have two options. Whether your customer wants to work with a stylus pen from a tablet or they wish to type, the system will allow you to draw your name, or you can simply type your name. And save it. And it's that simple. Now the system has actually saved the client's name, nice and clean, no issues. Okay, let's go out to the bottom, and we're going to finish the signature process and send it back up. Once we do that, the system's going to tell me, okay, you've now signed one document, you need to sign another. So in this case, the documents have not been signed. There's a specific category shown here. So the client says, okay, I'm going to sign that as well. So they're going to click on this T183. And in this case, what the system does is it automatically, and I'll just increase the size, it actually, when the client decides to sign the document, it populates the name directly on and allows the client to simply click and add their name on there. You'll also notice that the date and timestamp have not been added in. That's generally because if the client decides to sign this 2 or 3 days later, the system only adds the date and timestamp when the client's sent the document back to you. And we'll show that in just a moment. Let's go back to the bottom and we will finish signature process and send. Now, what this system has actually done is it's done two things. The first thing it did is it allowed you to receive a notification as well as the client. So we're going to go back up to the top, and you'll see that our system has now sent two notifications back to your client. One saying the first engagement letter that was signed, as well as the T183 that was signed. And we're going to go back as you. So let's go back to you, the accountant, and you'll notice that notifications have been sent to you as well. So in fact, you do receive notifications letting you know that the engagement letter from the client as well as the T183 were signed in this particular case. Now we're going to retrieve the documents. Let's go back to our email dashboard. I'm going to refresh the email dashboard, and when I click that, you'll notice that the status is now changed to document signed. So whether you've got a series of these line items that have been showing up here in your email dashboard, you'll know exactly what the details or contents of this package are by simply clicking on this little blue I button. When you click on that, the two documents that have been signed are right here. So we'll just open those up in just a moment. Click on that. And we will click on the engagement letter as well. And as you can see here, at the bottom of the engagement letter, the document has been signed, nice and clean. And the T183, as we go down a little bit more detail, and it's a little larger, you notice that the name has been signed and the date and timestamp, which are current. The one last part of this section that we'll explain to you is our virtual filing cabinet. The documents are actually in there as well. So any documents that are sent or received, whether they are electronically signed or if they're just simply a document that is not necessarily have to be signed, maybe a credit card statement or a bank statement, are all saved in the same series of folders for you directly here. And that's the power behind this particular program. It allows you to have all your documents sent and received to maintain compliancy as per the federal government regulator.